What's going on YouTube? Pistol Pete here. Today we're going to go over 8 blades that are considered budget, but that I highly recommend. Awesome, they held up great, and if you won't go wrong with any of these if you decide to buy one. So I'll start with the smaller ones first, and then we'll go to the bigger ones, and I'll give you price and just a real quick rundown. I don't want to make it go on too long, giving every little tiny detail. So I did all these. I have individual videos on going over specs and dimensions and everything else, and a lot of them, all these I think I did full reviews on. Maybe one or two I haven't, but most of them are going to be like I said, they're all awesome. So let's get started. The first one is going to be, has to be this Tucson Karambit. I carry this a lot in my pocket, just as a little self-defense utility blade. Awesome. Let's look at that polish on that thing, just beautiful. This one here is 440C stainless steel, and like I tell you guys, don't shy away from these steels, man. A lot of people are, they listen to too much of this, these other guys that really don't know what they're talking about, and they look at these forums and, oh, junk metal, blah, 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 stainless steel. No, you can have a super good heat treat with a good quality company and have this shit be stronger than some of the even higher quality steels. So again, don't shy away from that, especially for something that you're going to use this for. You don't need some super steel, right? This thing holds a great edge, easy to sharpen, and it's bitchin'. Full tang, super thick, just awesome little karambit, just great. So highly recommend that. You might not find this one. This one might be hard to find. Tucson does have other karambits, similar, very similar, but not this exact one. Highly recommend picking them up. This one here cost me around 30 bucks. So 30 bucks, guys. Let's go on to the next one. Next one is going to be the Grandway hunting knife. I just did a review on this recently, guys. 12 bucks. 12 bucks for this. Same thing, 440C stainless steel. Just beautiful knife for the price, guys. $12. Go check out my review on it. I batoned with it, I chopped with it, I carved with it. I was able to shave my arm after the video and the full test, showing you that it held an edge. For 12 bucks, man, for 12 bucks, you cannot go wrong. I mean, it's just one solid little knife. Great freaking ergonomics, great handle. I'm telling you guys, 12 bucks, you're not gonna regret it. Next knife, and again, a lot of these budget ones are going to come in these nylon sheaths. It is what it is. The knife, they're selling the knife, maybe not the sheath. So if you really like the knife, you could always get some leather maker to make one for you, or make a kydex for it. It's not that expensive, especially if you like the knife a lot. This one is the Hunt Down, and this one is like almost like a modified tracker style knife, but this one has a Tonto. Check out my review on this one. I did hard use review. A lot of people talk crap on this. Oh, junk budget crap. Dude, I did everything. Go look at the review. I keep saying that because I keep getting these trolls and some of these keyboard warriors always talking crap on some of these budget ones, but no nicks, no folds, no rolls, no nothing, and chopped, batoned. Just did everything with this. Every task you would do for camp, and it held up great. I've used this multiple times. And it's held up great for the price. And this one here was 25 bucks. Full tank construction, 25 bucks. Just awesome knife. For 25 bucks, awesome quality. This is a false sawback, but I like the way it looks. Still looks awesome. Highly recommend it. All right, guys, let's move on here. So let's go on to an older style Western buoy. So this is the Cisco buoy. Another one I highly recommend. This is high carbon steel. Oh, I'm sorry, guys, real quick. This one here just says stainless china. So probably a 440 equivalent, maybe 440C, 440, just standard 440. Forgot to give this one that. This is a high carbon steel. And this one here is the Cisco buoy. And this is just a Western. They call it the Western Cisco buoy. Awesome knife, man. Just a straight up user. It's not going to be perfect. It's going to have, like, see, even here you see some kind of like rust stains and stuff. I mean, you could get that out. I can get that out with some steel wool and some cleaner. I didn't put any carbon cleaner on it because it is carbon steel, so it will rust if you get any water on it and don't take care of it. But this is my beater user knife, right? So go watch my review on this one, though. Held up great. I even bought another one because this one here was 25 bucks. 25 bucks for this big ass buoy. and it holds up great. I mean, I've pried with this, I've chopped, I've batoned. I have the other one I used as a thrower. I took off the handle and just taped it up and used it as strictly as a throwing knife, throwing buoy. Awesome, awesome. I mean, I've missed the freaking stump and hit the ground with it, hit the concrete wall in the back, and very, very, very minor damages, and you just sharpen them right out. Thing's a tank. It's a tank of a knife for 25 bucks. If you want a good user buoy, you know, for camping or anything, man, highly recommend this. All right, another one that's one of my favorites for 25 bucks. And you know, this is actually one of my all-time favorite, actually is my favorite budget blade. It is my absolute favorite budget blade. So highly recommend it. Go check out my hardware review on this one. This one is the Black Mule Buoy. This one is the Rough Rider Black Mule Buoy. And this for a vinyl type sheath. It's a high quality vinyl type sheath, man. It's awesome. You can't go wrong with this one. But just look at this blade, man. I love this blade shape. Love it. Absolutely love it. This one is another stainless steel. Just says stainless steel. Probably a 440. Doesn't matter though. It holds up great. No rolls, no chipping. I use this. You can tell I used the hell out of it. It's all scraped up. Again, did everything I could possibly. And this is my favorite. I use it the most. And this thing freaking takes everything. Everything. I have two of these too. I use one for throwing at the log as a thrower. And I have no issues with it. It's awesome. Awesome for these. I'm telling you guys, these budget steels will surprise you. Not all of them. There's diamonds in the rough. I'll admit there's 80, 90% are probably going to be junk. They're going to have bends, folds, chips. The tips are going to break. Look at the tip on this one though. Fat, thick, robust tip. The heat treat on these are just awesome. And again, once in a while you get ones like these that are just freaking badass, that have no issues with heat treat or anything else, you know. And another big issue that a lot of people are having, a lot of people are saying, which I proved because the other one, my thrower, I took it apart, is, oh, it's not full tang. It's junk. It's only like a partial tang. It comes up to here, or they'll just call it. I took it apart. Go watch the video again. Look up Black Mule Buoy. I think I put the title is Black Mule Buoy. Is it a full tang? Or something like that. I took out the pins here, took out these little, not pins, but these like rivets here, took them out. It goes all the way back here. And not only that, it's the same thickness as this. So look how thick that blade is. So it goes all the way down thickness, all the way to here with the blade. So it is full tang. You're not gonna bust this, you're not gonna break it. You can baton with this. I've done tons of videos batoning with it. I've done a couple reviews of head to head with, I think I did it with the Cisco head to head with this one. And they're both awesome. But again, I love the feel of this one. Even this rubber handle, yes, it's cheap, kind of rubber handle. But it works. It absolutely works. It feels good in the hand. Even if you have a huge hand, it's still, I have a big hand. I have about XL, a little over XL hand, and I still have room here. If you have like 2X, 3XL, and you'd be cool with this. It's fine. And you do it with a rubber guard, it does work. It's not going to slide up. You're not going to slide up on the blade. This thing it's stiff rubber. But highly recommend it, guys. My all-time favorite budget blade. For 25 bucks, you cannot go wrong. You cannot go wrong. Another one that's pretty cool that I like a lot, it's tough, is the Ridge Runner. The Ridge Runner, this one here is another 440 stainless steel, they call it. And I beat the hell out of this one, and it held up really well. The only thing about this one though, I still recommend it. I still highly recommend it because I abused the hell out of this one. But the handle scales came loose. And the guard came loose, just wiggled. It doesn't break, nothing broke. It just came a little bit loose, a little bit rattly. So I took them off and I glued them. I glued the guard, you can see there, and I glued the guard on, and then nothing rattles. Oh, and then the thing I was gonna say though, I didn't really care for, I didn't like the way it looked with all the glue markings. So I just, and then plus for fill, I just wrapped it in this tennis tape, and it feels so much better like that. I mean, I have so much more control with it. It just feels a lot better to me. So I wrapped it in that tennis tape, and I use this for throwing, and I've batoned with this and everything else. Holds up great. So I still recommend it. Even though the guard came loose and the handles came loose, I still recommend it. I think it's still an awesome knife. It's still worth buying. 25 bucks, another $25 banger. Can't go wrong. Okay, we're getting a little bit more expensive. Not by much. This is, like I said, this video is going to be under 60, or around 60, because the last one is maybe a little bit above 60 bucks, but I had to throw it in here because it's still freaking awesome. And if you could afford it for 60, and it's still considered budget in my opinion, it's still a budget knife for the price. It's awesome. But before that one, let's get to this one. This one here is freaking awesome, man. This is the Dundee buoy by Condor. And man, it's awesome. It's discontinued, but you can find them now and then on eBay. And I got it almost for the same price. I paid 40 bucks for this. 40 bucks. This big ass buoy has that like polymer, I think maybe Gryvex style handle they call it. It's kind of fat. Some people complain because it's too fat, but I think it feels good in my hand. It wraps all the way around. It feels good in my hand. Nice and sturdy. Has this little butt here so you can back up on it and you don't have to worry about it flying out of your hands for chopping. It is a thinner stock, but this is pretty much considered like I think a machete more than a blade. But people, I mean, you'll see numerous in review people batoning and chopping through logs and doing everything you can do with these other ones with a thick stock, and it still does it. So it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not gonna be the greatest chopper for like hardwood, but it still will do the job. It will do the job. And it looks freaking bitchin'. I just love the look of it. For 40 bucks, you can't go wrong with this. You cannot go wrong. This is high carbon steel as well. I believe this is 1075. All right. Last one, guys. Last one. Number 8 has to be, for, in my opinion, for budget, even though it's roughly about 65 bucks you can find them for right now on Amazon and stuff like that. And I recommend getting it because the company went out of business. They closed the doors just recently, like 2 weeks ago, and these are all going to start, people are already buying them and they're already going up in price. So I recommend hopping on now before they go to $80 or $100. But it has to be, man, number 1, the Raider buoy, Ontario Raider buoy. This thing doesn't just look badass, it is badass. It's freaking awesome. Another 1075, high carbon steel, just freaking a beast of a blade. Look at that thing, just awesome. Got the Ontario right there, USA, and made in USA. Out of all these, this is like the only one I believe that's made in USA. All the rest are outsourced, either by China. I think most of them are going to be China. Pakistan, I believe, one of them, and then Condor's El Salvador. So, but this one made in USA, and SP10 is the model number on this Raider buoy. Steel guard, steel guard, rubber Gryvex handle that just ergonomically feel great. It still has that little beak back there so you can choke back and chop. Thick stock. Unless you're trying to break this knife, you're not gonna break it. I mean, I've used this knife so much. I have 2 of these too. I just use the one that's more cleaner for demonstrating, for showing here, but they're awesome. I mean, freaking badass. My only complaint of the knife, which isn't really a complaint, it's more of a preference more than like a flaw of the knife, is the black coating. I just don't like black coatings on knives, as you guys know, because it does that. Look, I barely use this one and it's already starting to pull up right here on the sides. And if you use it a lot and baton with it, forget it. It just, all this just pulls up and looks like shit, makes the knife look more used than it is. So I might do what Cowboy Sebop did and take off the coating and make it all like a nice satin finish, make it look pretty cool on one of them, and keep one like this. Keep this one probably like this. The other one that's a little more beat up, make that satin finish. But awesome, guys, for like about 65 bucks. And before it was like 50, 60 bucks, but it's going up now because since they went out of business. But highly recommend. I recommend all these. I recommend every single one I showed you. I recommend them all. They're all awesome knives. They're all gonna freaking do work. Most of these will outlast you. And even if you do by chance break one from going crazy with it, because I doubt you'll break this doing anything ginger. You could probably smack through the logs and you still probably won't break them. But if you did, you wasted 25, 30 bucks. Tops, like this one's 60 bucks, which again, good luck breaking this. I don't see many videos of people breaking these, really. You know, unless it's a destruction video and they're doing something real, like throwing it against a brick wall or hitting this against a steel pole or smacking this into a cement block. Okay, but into any woodcraft, you're not gonna break this. This is gonna last you a lifetime. All these, pretty much all these will. That's why I recommend all these. All these right here, I've tried them. And I don't care, all you guys can write all day long. Show me your videos and your links to these breaking by doing normal bushcraft, normal tasks, utility work. They're not gonna break. So I know because I tested it myself. You know, you gotta try it yourself before you can say it sucks. You know, and then some of these guys that just do the tabletops for these, they don't try them, so they're just assuming, oh, it's probably gonna break, it's cheaper. Try it and see if it does. All these I've tested numerous times and they've all held up great for actual use. So that's it, guys. Please like, subscribe, and share. And until next knife, gun, or whatever.